people have a lot of motivations for saying the things that they do. And you always have to factor in the motivations behind the speech of a person before you assess the information that they're actually giving you. And that is no different for this topic. There are some people who are strictly out here to make money on some things. There are people who like to play on fear and to make money from that. And that includes, you know, pastors, preachers, people like Alex Jones. I'm not saying that he is, because I don't know. Okay, I don't know the man personally. I don't know what he's doing. But I'm just saying sometimes people can take a certain thing and twist it to their own benefit. So when you assess this information, you have to do so based on so many things. You can't just run off and, you know, believe whatever you're fed from all these different sources and take it as, you know, solid information. It's not very smart or prudent to do anything like that. But I'm here to tell you from things that I've researched, and please go and do it for yourself. Don't take my word for it. There have been plans in motion for quite some time to do certain things, and over the years I've sat back and I've watched many of those plans come into fruition, and I'm just sitting there like, wow. Okay, many years ago, perhaps I may not have personally believed a certain thing until I saw it from my own eyes, because we all have that attitude about certain things. But once you see over and over and over again, like I have, that the things that you saw or were told 10, 15, 20 years ago not only have happened, but are happening. And these are things that no one could have ever imagined could happen. Then you have to stop and you have to reassess and be like, okay, was all of this the truth? And if so, what else is the truth? There's a script, there's a plan in place, and okay, depending on the circumstances, that script is subject to change, but the end result that is wanted is still the same. And it's no different than it has been through any civilization in the ages. It's all about power and control. And when people come to me and they ask me, well, I mean, what would be the motivations for people doing this, and why do you think that they would do that? It doesn't make any sense. You know, I simply tell them the same thing that the Oracle said to Neo while sitting on the bench. I think it was in the last movie, Revelation. She said, what do people with money and power usually want? More power and more money. And that is absolutely true. The greed is something that drives people to do things that you never thought were imaginable for people who consider themselves humane. The other end of it is that there are some people on this earth who believe that we, as the public, as the population, are so stupid that we need to be protected for our own good. And in order to do so, some people may have to be sacrificed for the greater good. Now, I understand that that sounds utterly ridiculous, but it is the truth. All of you who have seen the new movie that just came out called The Watchmen, I suggest that you really look at that movie and the deeper underlying connotations to what they are saying to us in that movie. I consider the movie the next Matrix. There are so many different layers to that movie. I saw it when it came out. I had anticipated seeing that movie. I'm into that kind of stuff because I know that a lot of plans are played out in the movies, and they basically tell you in your face what they're about to do. And it wasn't any different for The Watchmen. I understand people would think that it's just some dark comic book movie, just like some people thought The Matrix was just a good karate flick. But for those of you who are thinkers, go to the movie with that kind of attitude. Of course, enjoy the movie, yeah, but look at the message. Look at what it's saying, and you will know exactly what it is that they are doing right now. The last thing that I wanted to say is that I know it's difficult for a lot of us to look at this stuff. We don't want to believe it because it's just, it's actually just awful. I mean, it's really horrible to think that people would do other people in a certain way. But if you look at the things that have been done to other people over the ages, you will find that it has been no different. They just do it in a different way, based on their means and methods at the time, based on new technologies that have been developed since the last time. But it's no different now than it was back when cavemen were throwing spears at one another, back when Nero was on the battlefield, Constantine, all these conquerors. It's no different now than it was then. We just have bigger toys and more technology, and now we have a broader medium in which to play it all out for the population on television so they can see it. But please, do whatever you can to find out why things are going on as they are now. The housing market didn't just crash, okay, without anyone knowing. You mean to tell me we paying these people all this money and no one saw it coming? No news reporter, no story could break on it. Oh my goodness, it's just such a surprise that this happened to us. It's absolutely ridiculous for them to even try to play us like that. But then again, there are some people who believe that. Please look into it and get yourself together. Do what you can. Get your family together if you can, and take care of yourself, because nobody else is going to take care of you. And soon the resources will be such that people will be fighting for what is left, and I choose not to be one of those people. I'm very secure in myself. I'm secure in the measures that I've taken. I'm secure in my spirituality, and whatever comes, it's gonna come. You know, there's really not much I can do to stop it on that end, but I can make sure that I'm as okay as possible, and that I am not going to be caught up as harshly as could be caught up. I'm gonna leave you with one last thought. Hurricane Katrina. We saw played out in front of us what is possible when there's a major disaster or civil unrest or whatever in a major U.S. city. And we saw that those people had gotten so tired and worn out and distraught and hungry that by the time they rolled those buses up in order to take those people out of there, no one asked where they were going. No one cared. They just got on the buses and they were grateful that the buses came. I'm just trying to say, don't be one of those people. Okay? If you understand what I'm saying, then good luck to you and Godspeed. If you don't understand what I'm saying, or if you have no interest in what I'm saying, hey, it is what it is. But that's all I wanted to come on here and say to you all for now. And that's it. See you later. Bye-bye.